links and nothing else. Just kind of like with Twitter, you don't want to only have links and no other original content. What Kristen just touched on, multiple posts close together. So if you have, two or three things, you're like, oh, I can update this today. Don't put them all in the first hour because it does clog up their wall. And not, people will check in at Facebook. Probably they have a regular time of day that they do. So if you do everything in the morning, you're not going to get anybody in the afternoon or evening who is at their typical time of logging on. Auto posting tools have a very low edge rank. Just to give you an example, Sprout Social is one tool that you can use to manage your various social media accounts. I just did this last week, the week before with my personal blog. Usually, when I manually post something to fit my Facebook wall, I'd say 75% of my fans, in terms of the that I get, will be shown that only 12 people, there's only 12 impressions that were shown because I used an auto posting tool. Just to give you an idea of how drastically using those auto posting tools really affects, your chance at engagement with the people, with your fans.
Can you give us a quick example of auto posting tools that you're talking about?
Yes, well, basically any service that you're using, like some kind of third-party app, that's doing it, like say you publish a new post and it's that Twitter feed is one, network blogs is another one, that automatically will post your link to Facebook without you actually going to your Facebook page and posting it yourself. There's many tools, like those were a few of them that I just mentioned, but there's so many different online tools available now. The flip side of posting too much is not posting regularly, because you want to keep that affinity high, that connection between you and your fan. If you are like, I'm really gung-ho about Facebook, and you're being really good for a couple weeks, and then you just sort of die out for a month, those people, once you start gearing up again, you're going to have a lot of work to build that affinity back up, to try to get those people back to your page so that they're starting to see your updates again. And not responding to questions or comments left. Twitter is such a back and forth, and Facebook does move slower, but you do need to check in at least once a day, if not more, to respond back to anybody who has commented on something that you posted. Plus, if it is something that's trending or a hot topic and you can start getting that conversation back and forth, you're going to have that hanging around in the stream longer and having more people who can see it. And if it really gets good, you could have a fan who shares that update to their wall, and then now you and your update are exposed to that many more people.
When you keep saying fan page, does it also pertain to the regular Facebook account? It's not a fan page?
The edge rate?
Yes.
Right, yeah, because like you as personally, you're also not seeing all the fan pages that you've liked. So, that algorithm affects the total Facebook stream.
I have a quick question. So, does sharing, if someone shares your post from your fan page, does that affect the algorithm also?
Yeah, you'll get sort of more credit
So
to
do you
that
think it's better, because
update.
I have like a fan page for my blog, and I also have a personal page, and I have some crossover with some of my friends being fans of my blog page. I always feel like, do you think it's better to share, like if I post a blog post and I announce it on my fan page, is it better to share that over onto my personal page, or is it better just to take the link and then promote it on my personal page separately?
I would say it depends where you get more traffic from. Because if you're getting, the end result is back to your website. If you're getting the most traffic from your fan page, I would post it there first and then share it to your personal wall.
Okay, so you don't think people get annoyed by seeing it like twice in their
Well, and another thing you can do too is, because now they made it a lot easier after Google Plus and all circles, they've made it easier to sort of create lists of people. When they first debuted a few weeks ago, I think the standard default was like close friends was the group, and you can sort of see it on your left sidebar.
Right.
So you could even have, create a group that's sort of minus those people who would be seeing the duplication.
Okay.
And then just when you do that, just select, there's a drop-down box before you click to post it, and then you could just maybe post it to all those people minus the people who would be seeing it.
So Facebook has lists now?
Yes, yeah. And they had them before, but they were not easy to use or intuitive at all. They completely improved upon that. So that would be one, way to kind of work around it. If you're, if you don't want to be aggravating people.
I know, that's what I feel
Right,
like.
with
Even though if I get it, you post it.
Right.
I have a basis where I don't have to do it every time I go in to kind of, what do we do that?
If there's a fan page, you're not gonna.
I know.
With, I know with a lot of the updates, because Facebook, I mean, they still have huge changes coming up soon. I mean, every now and then, you've probably seen it on your personal pages where you'll get the update that'll say, you need to scroll all the way down to your edit options and then, go back and say, I want to see all the updates again. I'm sure, you've seen those updates on your personal timeline from time to time. So, I mean, if there's certain ones you want to check, you
Do you have to do that on a regular basis? I mean, or does it, if you do it?
Well, no, once you do it, you're good until, they update everything again, and you might want to check your settings afterwards.
I think another thing that we can all do there is that affinity is really important to how they're using the algorithm. So if there are certain people or certain fan pages that you'd like to see more from, making sure that you interact with them when you do see them is going to increase the likelihood that they're going to come up in your stream.